And you've just come from a workshop, and obviously this morning's opening conference as well. I mean, how did you find this morning?
This morning was great because people came in with a vibe. They were enthusiastic. The topics were were chosen by them. So there was a lot of participation in the planning up to the event. So I think that people felt committed with the theme. So they were interactive. They were happy. I think people, if you saw the list of the takeaways that people wrote down, there were actually quite a lot. So that's always a good sign.
How important is the Associated Meeting Conference to the industry and actually the meeting show? What a way to kick off.
I think this is the only conference in our sector at the moment that is totally and solely dedicated to the planners within the association market. And this is very important because they've kind of been abandoned over time. There are a lot of conferences that discuss association issues and association problems, but how to raise funds, how to create a successful conference at a time when generations and new generations are looking for the edutainment factor, how to keep the scientific content of conferences going, is something that is really hard to do. And I think that they needed support. And if we can contribute to them and make them more successful, then in return, the industry benefits by having better and larger conferences. So I think that we owe it to them, and I think that it's being very welcome.
Currently they're all downstairs networking and having lunch, but this is really an amazing place to be able to just meet new people and do new business, I suppose.
Absolutely. And one of the points that has been brought up today quite often is the fact that most conferences are about the big associations and the thousands, and everybody talks about 10,000 and 5,000. And this conference was talking about, this one was talking about issues relating to smaller conferences, the difficulty in getting sponsorship for smaller conferences, the difficulty in meeting other people, because these associations are tiny, they don't have a lot of staff. So for someone to come to this event, it means that the office is practically closed. So the fact that you can have 200 consultants or 100 consultants that can then give you feedback on how they do things is an immense way of taking knowledge back and applying it immediately. So I think the noise downstairs just shows how enthusiastic people are today.
And of course, we've got 3 more days of it, the meeting show. How excited are you, and how important is the show for this industry?
This is the show of the industry in the UK. In fact, it is a very, very good show. It's not just about the destinations, because in fact a number of exhibitors and the variety is fabulous. It's about the education program parallel to that, because it is structured in such a way that it is based on specific issues. So you just walk into the issue that you have a problem with, and you get a whole load of room people willing to help you share, because this is the mentality that has been set within the show itself. So you're walking away free consultancy from 25, 30 people. That's brilliant. Then you go back to doing your business on the floor. Then you pick another issue in the afternoon. It's a great recipe. It's a great show.